Hi, I'm Dave Ferbata. Welcome to the Agribusiness Global Update. I'm joined today with Matthew Grassi. He's field editor of sister publication Crop Life magazine. Welcome, Matt.
Great to be here, Dave.
Great. Last week, Matt had the opportunity to attend Commodity Classic. It's an annual event where farmers, distributors, crop protection, and equipment people, everyone surrounding farm kind of get together and try and figure out what's going to happen going forward. The top level takeaway was, as we already knew, it's going to be a little bit more of the same for 2016, and 2017 a little bit of a question, although most commodity analysts thinking that prices will stay soft through 2017. One of the highlights of this event was to see Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack speak. He does it every year. And he talked a little bit this year about TPP, Trans-Pacific Partnership. It's a multi-country trade agreement that is being assessed by 13 countries around the world. Tell us a little bit about what Secretary Vilsack had to say about TPP.
Sure, Dave, and it was a great week in New Orleans, so great show, great food, great times. Secretary Vilsack, this was his last address of the Commodity Classic attendees as the sitting U.S. Secretary of Ag, so he was very, very open, seemed very reflective and unencumbered in his remarks. So TPP was his main agenda, kind of stumping for U.S. congressional passage of that before the end of his term here in the next year after the election cycle. The main thing he cited was that there would be $94 billion lost by the U.S. ag economy by even a one-year delay of passage of that piece of legislation. So that would, of course, be bad for U.S. ag. And he also expressed concern that China is working behind the scenes looking to shore up their own agreements with some of their Asian ally countries, and he also said that he hopes with passage of TPP that the U.S. ag market will be opened up to some of the other players in the Asian market, Vietnam, South Korea, Japan even.
Okay, great. So this sounds like TPP approval and passage has become a little bit politicized. He also had some concerns about ChemChina's acquisition of Syngenta. What did he have to say about that deal?
Sure, and this is a story we have been following quite closely. Yourself and Jackie Pucci have covered it very well. Mostly, he said in his keynote address, he has some questions for ChemChina on their intentions with Syngenta, how they're going to manage the company, how they're going to maintain the R&D focus that Syngenta has shown over the years. Mostly, he was quoted as saying he doesn't want China to get a home field advantage by making this acquisition, that he hopes regulatory decisions in the future will remain science-based instead of becoming more politicized, which I understand is a concern with some things over there in China.
Yeah, regulations are a major concern for this, especially as China begins to grow its domestic food production at a greater scale. Of course, they've said that that's what they are hoping for most out of this acquisition. There is a mandate for Chinese companies to start acquiring multinational companies, so that's one. But two, they need to ramp up their food production. It could be the largest domestic market in the world. Certainly before the commodity downturn, it was rivaling Brazil and U.S. for the largest domestic market. In volumes, that most certainly could be true. In terms of values, some price softness might not reflect that per se, but certainly a giant market and a lot of growth potential. We're going to have more about the Chinese market in our May issue for our China report. And as always, daily content about TPP, ChemChina-Syngenta, and more news at agribusinessglobal.com. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.